Bloody hell. We're at Big Noise Studios. I think it would be about there or there. Could even be standing on it. Used to be a rehearsal complex and a studio. Well, I mean, you can call it. It should be a national monument for Welsh music. If there's one thing, they should have made a listed building. I mean, not only for the Holy Bible and all the stuff we did here, but Catatonia, 60-foot dolls, the furries, everyone did it here. It's tragic that there's not even a plaque when you consider some of the shit they put up. This used to be the kind of red light district. I don't know if there is such a thing anymore, but you know, James would do the late night session down here from 11 o'clock onwards, and there'd always be some, you know, businessman having a blowjob in a Cavalier as he walked in. And it suited the whole tone of the album and everything. We just felt really comfortable. It's a funny old period, but it was great. I could go home every night and watch the telly. Just had Sky put in, I remember. It was bliss. But it should be some sort of monument here, it really should. It's a shame that it's not. I mean, Holy Bible is one of the classic cult records of all time, and it always will be, you know. There'll be kids buying Closer by Joy Division and the Holy Bible for the next 50 years. And this is it. It looks bleak as fuck now, doesn't it? It really looks grim.
I mean, putting the band to one side, you know, we were all friends, so you know, it's still a very important thing, and you know, the fact that even today is, you know, is still very inconclusive, and you know, there's times when, you know, it's very hurtful with some of the things that people say.
I don't think you can go around it, honestly. You know, we've tried, and it's just never gonna. You know, there's been plenty of coverage on Richie every time. You know, the anniversary comes up, and it's the same stuff. I mean, this year they said he found his feet on the River Severn. So I mean, it's pretty upsetting. Sitting around, the three of us were recording at the time, and there was a news story. You know, rock star's feet found. Trying to remember if he wore that particular brand of trainers. Just got to get on with it. You know, one thing we've always had an extreme and utter dedication to the Protestant working class ethic. You know, and that's really important of all of us. You know, Richie worked amazingly hard at what he was. We all do.
It's just pissed us off that people presume that people knew him better than we knew him. That people make presumptuous judgments on us in his absence, as if kind of they know what he would have wanted, or they actually feel as if they knew him better, which is just like absolutely fucking ridiculous. You know, it makes me want to pull their teeth out my own fingers because they're pricks. You know, we know him better than anybody except his family, and people seem to take possession of his memory and think they know better, and that kind of weighs down on us a bit, I think.
I mean, I just genuinely fall in love with that song every time I hear it. It just makes me feel really proud. Playing it in Barcelona on the Ramblers, 5,000 Spanish people singing that song was just truly an amazing moment. At the time, it was like Monastery Preachers off the album This Is My Truth, Tell Me Yours. If you tolerate this, your children will be next. And in a world where words are being reduced, it just felt glorious to hear so many letters and vowels pronounced.
A lot of stuff we've done since, you know, Richie has gone missing, it's ridiculous that people don't actually spot that, you know, a lot of what we've achieved since then is what he stood for. You know, a song like If You Tolerate This, Children Will Be Next, a song that got #1, and like a song that kind of like used, you know, kind of the past to illuminate what was missing in the present. Don't actually people actually spot that that's what Richie stood for? You know, I bet you would have loved that.
I think they're going to close Oakdale School, actually, to build this fucking road, and there's so much subsidence up there. A bit of a shame. Me and Richie's names are still on the board for best A-level results. Richie had 3 A's and I had 2 A's and B the following year. So, but 2 years, the Manic dominated the educational charts up there.
These steps are kind of symbolic of a kind of seismic change in Welsh music. This is a very spot where kind of like at dinner time, Nick, we'd already talked about being a songwriter partnership, and he kind of like revealed to me that he'd been writing lyrics for the last like 2 years or so, and we were about 15 then. And we decided we were going to be songwriting partners. We were going to be like Lennon, McCartney and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, me and James were writing songs together at 15, and even then I just gave him lyrics and he wrote the tune, and nothing's ever changed except for it became me and Richie and James and Sean.
Nick had just had a new haircut, and as he walked past me he's like, well, what do you think of my hair? And I was like, oh, it's really brilliant, it's a bit like Lamal. And I think because he had a really spiky top, and he went, oh yeah, and this is lyrics I was telling you about. Aftermath 85, which is all about kind of like the day we left after the miner strike. Kind of it's got some of my kind of ham-fisted editing process I distinguish by using a red pen. There's just this one little bit in it where he goes, the loyal will continue and the stupid pursue absolute victory. And there's something about that so-called woman, which is obviously about Margaret Thatcher. And he was kind of like, I think he was plotting her downfall even then. So I kind of went on that night. I wrote my first ever song to this, and it was terrible actually. It was really bad, and kind of really surprised that he didn't lose faith in my kind of tunesmanship at that early stage, because it was a really bad song. And so kind of this is kind of where it all started, I suppose, really.
I think we've come to realise that, you know, in terms of changing, you know, sort of mainstream opinion, and, you know, groups have very, very little influence. You can only suggest things. Over time we've become humbled by it, but at the same time we haven't lost that inspiration. Although we've been, you know, seriously disappointed then over the years.
Okay, that's it from us. This is our last one. Thanks for coming. Thanks from Nick, Sean, Richie, and myself. This is a song about fucking. We are the Manic Creatures. May our God be with you. Designed for Life. Good night.
I think Design for Life is the purest piece of politics and emotion ever committed to record.
I like the fact that, you know, other musicians made me go out and read other books, listen to other records, and like, yeah, it'd just be nice to know that kind of other people could be affected by us the same way I was affected by other musicians. It's just kind of a bit of a philanthropic chain letter, I suppose.
Wow!